Be honest. How many times did you check your phone today, waiting for her name to pop up? And when it didn't, did you replay every word she said over and over, searching for the moment it all slipped away? If that sounds like you, listen carefully, because this isn't just your story. It's the same story millions of men live through every single day. She pulls away. You panic. You think if you send the right text, pour your heart out, or promise to change, she'll come back. But here's the harsh reality. Every move you're planning right now is the exact reason she's gone in the first place. You want answers. You want to know why the woman who once couldn't stop smiling at you now avoids your calls. Why the girl who used to brag about you now treats you like a burden. And more importantly, you want to know how to flip this around before it's too late. But let me warn you, 90% of men won't make it through this video without sabotaging themselves. They'll keep doing the same things that drive her away. They'll beg. They'll explain. They'll chase. And in the end, they'll confirm every reason she left. The other 10%? They'll finally understand the truth. They'll realize that what pushes her away is the same thing that can pull her back. But only if you do the opposite of what your instincts are screaming. So here's my question for you. Yon, are you going to be part of the 90% who break down? Or the 10% who finally rise up and become the kind of man she regrets ever letting go? Stay with me, because the answer will decide not just if she comes back, but the man you become next. You think reaching out will save this, that if you just explain yourself, if you just prove how much you love her, she'll realize she made a mistake. But the truth is brutal. Every word you type, every late-night message, every desperate call is not pulling her closer. It's pushing her further away. Because the moment you start chasing, you flip the script. She stops seeing you as the man she once admired and starts seeing you as someone who needs her approval just to breathe. I get it. Right now your chest feels heavy. Your mind won't shut off. You're replaying her smile, her laugh, the way she used to look at you like you were the only man in the room. And you can't stop asking yourself, how did it go from that to this? But that's the trap. That loop in your head will keep you stuck exactly where she left you. Here's what you need to understand. Breakups don't happen when she says the words out loud. They happen months before, when she stops feeling what she used to feel. And if you don't face that truth right now, you'll keep playing a game you've already lost. In the beginning, she couldn't get enough of you. Remember that? The texts that came in before you even touched your phone. The way her eyes lit up just because you walked into the room. Back then, you weren't chasing. She was. You were her fix, her rush, her escape from everything else in life. And for a while, it felt unstoppable. But here's the part no one tells you. That spark? It's not endless. Biology has a timer. At first, her brain floods with dopamine every time you touch her, call her, or even show up. It feels electric, like the best high she's ever had. But the same way the body builds tolerance to a drug, it builds tolerance to you. What once made her obsessed now barely registers. And after enough time, the very things that once thrilled her can start to feel like static, routine, even annoying. That's why so many relationships crash. Not because you're bad, not because she's evil, but because you didn't see the shift happening beneath the surface. You thought loving harder would fix it. She felt it fading, and you thought doubling down would bring it back. That's the trap most men never escape. Does this truth sting a little? Good. It means it hit where it needed to. So here's the question. Are you ready to hear the rest? If yes, smash that subscribe button now, because the next parts will show you exactly how to flip the script. When the high faded, she didn't know how to explain it. She couldn't just say, "I don't feel the same anymore," because that would sound shallow, even to her own ears. So what did she do? She started inventing reasons. Suddenly, you don't pay enough attention. Suddenly, you've changed. Suddenly, the same habits she used to laugh about, your socks on the floor, your gaming, the way you chew, become the battles she wants to fight. But here's the truth. None of those were the real issue. Those fights weren't about socks or date nights. They were her brain trying to make sense of something she couldn't control. She needed logic to justify the loss of feeling. So she created problems, because fighting at least feels alive. And you, being the man desperate to hold it together, tried to solve every single one. You picked up the socks. You planned more dates. You listened harder. And nothing changed. Because the problem was never the surface. It was that deep down, the butterflies had died. And by trying to fix what wasn't broken, you unknowingly proved to her that the man she once chased was gone. Here's the part that really stings. When she told you she needs space, it wasn't a request. It was a soft landing. The truth? By the time those words came out, her mind was already made up. Women don't wake up one morning suddenly unsure. They've been wrestling with that decision for months, maybe even years, building their case in silence until it was too heavy to hide. But notice this. She didn't pack her bags right away. She lingered. She still texted sometimes. She still let you take her out. Why? Not because she was on the fence, but because she wasn't ready to lose what you gave her, your attention, your comfort, your security. You became her safety net while she quietly prepared to let go. And that's when most men make their fatal mistake. They beg. They negotiate. They write long messages, reminding her of the memories, the love, the promises. But every word only proves her right. Because the man she once admired wouldn't grovel. The man she once couldn't get enough of wouldn't fight for scraps. In her eyes, every plea confirms she made the right choice to walk away. I learned this the hard way. Back when I was younger, there was a girl who started pulling away. I felt it. She texted less, she seemed distant, and instead of stepping back, I panicked. I tried everything: flowers, love letters, surprise visits, pouring my heart out like some movie character. And do you know what happened? She drifted even faster. And while I was busy writing poems about her eyes, she was falling for a guy who barely noticed she existed. That's when it hit me. Attraction doesn't grow from worship. It grows from challenge. Women aren't drawn to men who put them on a pedestal. They're drawn to men they have to work for. The moment you start chasing, you flip the polarity. She runs, you follow, and the cycle destroys every ounce of desire. It's not because she's cruel. It's not even because she wants it that way. It's biology. It's millions of years of wiring. The only way to spark attraction again is to do the opposite of what your fear tells you. When she pulls back, you don't close the gap. You widen it. When she expects you to fight, you let go. That's not a game. That's psychology. Here's the paradox no one tells you. The more available you are, the less value you hold. When she knows you'll answer every text, pick up every call, drop everything. The second she snaps her fingers, you become background noise. But when you vanish, when she doesn't know where you are, when you're not orbiting her world anymore, that's when her brain starts firing again. Not because she suddenly fell back in love, but because the human mind hates unfinished business. But there's a catch. This only works if you mean it. If you sit at home staring at her Instagram, waiting for her to notice, she'll feel it. Women have a sixth sense for desperation. It bleeds through silence. Your absence has to be real. Your indifference has to be genuine. And here's what happens on her side. In the first month, she feels free, relieved, excited about new possibilities. She's out with friends, posting selfies, soaking up attention from new men. Your absence doesn't hurt her. Yet, by month 2 or 3, she's still telling herself she made the right call. But then, as the novelty fades, the cracks start to show. And that's when the real shift begins. By month 4, maybe 5, the story starts to change. The new guys aren't so exciting anymore. The nights out feel repetitive. The friends she partied with start to bore her. Then, one random Tuesday night, she's alone in bed, scrolling her phone. For a split second, she thinks of you. That second turns into a minute. That minute into an hour. Suddenly, she can't sleep. She goes to your profile. Just curious, she tells herself. And what she finds there decides everything. If she sees you posting sad quotes, if she sees you confessing your pain, she feels validated. She thinks, good, he still wants me. And she moves on with zero guilt. But if she finds silence, or worse, a version of you that looks happier, stronger, untouchable, now her brain can't process it. This is what psychologists call an open loop, a question without an answer. The brain hates it. It obsesses over it. It's why cliffhangers keep you binge-watching a show at 3 a.m. It's why a forgotten lyric stays stuck in your head. And it's why eventually, she'll reach out, not out of love, but out of the need to close the loop. Here's where most men fall for the biggest lie. The fantasy of her crawling back in tears, admitting she was wrong, begging for another chance. That scene lives rent-free in your head, doesn't it? But reality doesn't work like that. If she comes back, it won't be a grand apology. It'll be casual. A text that says, "Hey, how have you been?" Not, "I made the biggest mistake of my life." She will never give you that satisfaction, because admitting she was wrong would shatter her pride. And this is the part you don't want to hear. The relationship you're grieving didn't end the day she walked away. It ended months earlier, when she stopped feeling anything at all. While you were imagining the future, she was planning her exit. While you said, "I love you," she repeated it out of habit. What you're clinging to, it isn't real anymore. It's a ghost. Think back. When did her excitement fade? When did her eyes stop lighting up just because you showed up? That's the moment the relationship actually died. Everything after that was momentum, fear, and routine. She stayed until leaving felt easier than staying. And while you're crushed under the weight of it, she feels lighter than ever. The hardest part for her is already over. Making the decision, having the conversation, walking out. That was her mountain to climb, and now she's on the other side, breathing easy. Meanwhile, you're just starting your climb, dragging yourself through the storm she left you in. And here's what makes it worse. She's months ahead of you, emotionally. She started grieving the relationship long before you even knew it was in danger. That's why when you think you're ignoring her, you're not. You're just pausing. You're not texting first, but you're still watching her stories. You're not calling, but you're still liking her posts. You're not reaching out, but you're still asking mutual friends how she's doing. That's not absence, it's hovering. And trust me, she can feel it. Real ignoring means she disappears from your world completely. Her birthday passes with no message. She texts, you don't reply. She calls, and you don't even decline. You let it ring because you're too busy living your life to notice. That's the only kind of silence that forces her brain to wake up. But here's the truth you need to swallow. Even that might not bring her back. And if you're doing it just to win her over, you've already failed. Here's what separates the men who stay broken from the men who rise. The broken ones see the breakup as the end. They ask, "How do I get her back?" They obsess over fixing something that's already dead. But the men who rebuild, they treat it as a beginning. Their question isn't, "How do I win her again?" It's, "How do I become a man no woman would want to leave in the first place?" And make no mistake, she will remember you. That's guaranteed. But which version of you will stick in her memory? The confident man she first fell for, or the desperate guy she left behind? Right now, her last impression is probably you begging, pleading, promising anything to keep her around. That's the image burned into her mind. But if you disappear, if you cut off contact without another word, that final picture changes. Suddenly, it's not weakness she remembers, but mystery. It's not desperation, but distance. Now her mind whispers, "Where did he go? Why didn't he fight for me?" And that uncertainty is the seed of attraction. Love needs certainty. Desire thrives on the unknown. If you're starting to see the difference between broken men and rebuilt men, don't just watch and scroll. Hit subscribe now and stay locked in. The next parts will show you how to turn heartbreak into power and how to become the man she'll never forget. Nobody talks about this, but after she leaves, there's a high chance she'll dive into a rebound. And here's the twist. She won't choose someone better. She'll choose someone different. If you were steady, she'll chase chaos. If you were emotional, she'll try someone cold. If you were always available, she'll test a man who's distant. At first, it feels exciting. Different feels like better. But it doesn't last. Give it a few months, and reality creeps in. The chaos drains her. The coldness stings. The distance starts to feel like neglect, not mystery. And that's when nostalgia shows up. She'll start comparing. The very things she once complained about, your reliability, your passion, your devotion, now look valuable in hindsight. But here's the catch. Nostalgia only grows in your absence. If you're still hanging around, still texting, still trying to stay friends, she never misses you. And let's be real. Let's stay friends is either her way of keeping you as a backup option or your desperate excuse to stay in her orbit. Both are pathetic. You can't be her friend if you still love her, because all you'll be is her emotional crutch while she's giving her body to someone else. This is why ignoring works, but only when it's done for the right reason. Too many guys think silence is a trick, some kind of strategy to lure her back. That's not it. Ignoring is about breaking the very pattern that killed her attraction in the first place. When you were together, you became predictable, always available, always safe, always the guy she could lean on without ever wondering if she might lose you. That comfort slowly turned into boredom. But when you disappear for real, the script flips. You stop being predictable. You stop being her safety net. Suddenly, you're a question mark again. That's not manipulation. It's how attraction actually works. But it only works if you mean it. If you say you're ignoring her while stalking her Instagram, you're not fooling anyone. She can feel it. And here's the brutal truth nobody wants to admit. She did you a favor by leaving. A woman whose love dies the moment her feelings fade isn't a woman to build a life with. She showed you exactly who she is, someone who walks when the butterflies are gone. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you stop chasing what was never meant to last. The solution isn't to win her back. The solution is to become the kind of man women fight to keep. And that transformation has nothing to do with her. It's about you. The truth is, most men live in scarcity. They act like every woman who gives them attention might be the last one they'll ever get. That energy reeks of desperation, and women can sense it a mile away. Think back to the start. Why did she fall for you in the first place? It wasn't because you were needy. It was because you had a life outside of her. You had your own goals, your own identity, and she wanted to be a part of it. But once you won her, you stopped being that man. You got comfortable, predictable. Before, you stopped being the adventure and became the routine. Here's what most guys don't get. Women don't crave endless security. They crave excitement. They don't want to be smothered with love. They want to feel love by chasing it. Attraction isn't logical. It's biological. And biology doesn't reward men who worship. It rewards men who embody strength, challenge, and unpredictability. The first step is acceptance. Your old relationship isn't on pause. It's not waiting for a miracle. It's dead. And the faster you bury it, the faster you free yourself to rebuild. That doesn't mean you never cared. It means you stop clinging to something that no longer exists. So what comes next? You focus on becoming a man who sparks real desire, not quick chemical highs that fade, but lasting attraction built on strength and purpose. That starts with the body. Get in the gym, not to impress her, but because physical strength creates mental strength. Then, expand your life. Build goals that have nothing to do with women, your career, your passions, your adventures. Create a life that excites you first. And yes, date other women, not to make her jealous, but to realize she's not the last or the best. The minute you start thinking she's the only one, you lose. That's exactly why she left. You made her your entire world instead of letting her join a world that was already moving. You turned into her shadow when you should have been the sun. Let's say 6 months from now, your phone lights up. It's her. A casual text. "Hey, been thinking about you." Most men would explode with relief. Finally, she realizes what she lost, right? Wrong. That message isn't love. It's a test. She's not reaching out because she wants you back. She's checking if you're still the same desperate man she walked away from. And here's where most guys fail. They reply instantly, pouring out emotions, eager to prove they're still waiting. But in her mind, that just confirms everything. It tells her she made the right choice because you never changed. You never grew. You're still orbiting her world. The correct move? Nothing. At least not right away. Let the text sit for a week, maybe 2. Make her wonder if you even saw it. Let her feel the same uncertainty and rejection she once gave you. And if you do respond, keep it short, light, indifferent. Hope you're well. No chasing, no questions, no opening the door. If she wants back in, she has to earn it. You're too busy living to beg. Here's the sad truth. Most of you will listen to everything I've said, nod your head, and then go do the exact opposite. You'll hear the logic. You'll understand the psychology. And then tonight, you'll break down and text her some version of, "I understand you need space, but I just want you to know how much I love you." And with that single message, you'll erase every bit of progress you could have made. Because knowing and doing are not the same. Knowledge doesn't change you. Action does. The men who actually turn things around aren't trying to win their ex back. They're building such incredible lives that she can't help but notice what she lost. The men who keep women aren't clinging to them. They know if one leaves, another will gladly take her place. The men women fear losing aren't scared of being alone. They'd rather be single than settle for bad company. That's the paradox most men never grasp. You only attract love when you don't need it. You only keep her by being willing to lose her. You only win when you stop playing for validation. Your heartbreak feels unique, but it isn't. Millions of men are living the same pain right now, lying awake at 3 a.m., stalking her Instagram, torturing themselves with what-ifs. The difference between those who stay broken and those who rise is simple: what they do next. Do you spiral deeper into obsession? Or do you use this pain as fuel to build a version of yourself even you wouldn't leave? Every day you sit still is a day wasted. While you replay the past, she's already moving forward. And every hour you spend hoping she comes back is an hour you could have spent becoming unstoppable. So stop asking, how do I get her back? Start asking, how do I never end up this weak again? She left. Good. That means she removed the dead weight. Now it's your move. Leave behind the needy, broken version of yourself. Step into the man you were supposed to be. The man who doesn't beg, doesn't chase, and doesn't crumble when a woman walks away. That's the final truth. You don't win her by proving you can't live without her. You win by proving, to her and to yourself, that you were never defined by her in the first place. If this message hit you, don't just sit there. Act. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss the next drop of truth bombs that could change your life. Drop a comment and tell me where you're at right now, because your story might be the one another man out there needs to hear. And if you know a friend stuck in that same heartbreak loop, share this with him. Don't keep it to yourself. The more men wake up to this reality, the fewer will stay broken. Stay sharp. Stay unstoppable.